Alright, so I'm here to make sure you guys don't drop another L in ranked play. So if this does help you out, all I ask you guys, comment chain helps with the algorithm. We're gonna start out with the TAC 56. I know everyone wants this class. I know everyone wants to go crazy and be the main slayer with an AR. So this is the build. Trust me, you want this. Is gonna have the least amount of recoil. 17.5 Tundra Pro Barrel for damage range, hip fire accuracy, bullet velocity at the cost of some aim down sight speed and hip recoil control. You don't want the TAC short. It's just gonna be very bad. I don't know if anyone would ever recommend this. It'd just be a terrible idea. This is the only thing you actually need to use. Next, we're going to move on to the Dark KX30. This is for the muzzle flash concealment, but you're going to get some more recoil control. Now, other things you can use, I mean, you can use a KOMODO heavy if you can't control the recoil, but this will conceal the muzzle flash, and it still does a great job controlling the recoil in the first place. If you want to use a KOMODO heavy, you can, and I'll show you how it works with that too. We're going to put on the 5.56 high velocities, helps with bullet velocity. At the cost of damage range, you won't get any ghost bullets. Trust me, you want to run this. Demo CLEANSHOT grip for sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed. At the cost of some recoil control. This already has pretty good recoil control, and you want to be able to aim down sight pretty fast. Last but not least, the TVX Line Pro for crouch, movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed. At the cost of some recoil control. If you don't want to lose recoil control, you can just throw on the TV Cardinal for aim walking speed, sprint speed, at the cost of aiming stability. If you care about, that a little bit more, you can just throw on the TACTIQUE Brute stock for aiming stability and recoil control. The last one is just aiming stability. I mean, all of them are really good candidates, but I mean, this is the one that I use. Completely up to you guys. Aim walking is pretty good too. So I'll show you X-Line and Cardinal. So this is the end product for the first gun. This is literally very easy to use. As you guys see, basically no recoil and very easy to throw on. So I'm going to show you guys KOMODO heavy just because some people would rather use a KOMODO heavy. This is KOMODO heavy, basically has zero recoil as real. So I'm going to show you guys another thing. Dark KX, and we're going to throw on the Cardinal stock. The good thing about this is you'll get more aim moving speed. The previous one also has good aim moving speed, so I'll show you guys that real quick. With the X-Line, you still get good moving speed. It's completely up to you, whichever one you want to use. As you guys see, you still have good aim walking speed, and you still get the job done. So it's really whichever one you want to use. This is just the best build overall. And trust me, you're going to get the kills much faster if you use this build than if you did without high velocity or everything that I showed you in this setup. Also, the people that ask, I have the combat knife, stun grenade, SEMTEX, unless I'm playing search and destroy, then I have the frag grenade, and I'm using double time, bomb squad, and fast hands. Next, we're moving on to the Vaznev 9K, and I switched this up a little bit because some people were complaining that the flash hiders aren't good anymore. I mean, I don't really know about that. I think the flash hiders are still good, but as an alternative, I'm showing you one without and one with. So XTEN Eraser Comp for horizontal and vertical recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. Next, the FSS SHARKFIN 90 for aiming out of stability. TRUE-TAC grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of some recoil control. And the Broadside FCT for aiming stability, crouch movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint speed at the cost of some aim walking speed and recoil control. I think it's a great choice. Some people use Iverzat stock just because it has aim walking speed, sprint speed at the cost of just aiming stability. I mean, you get all this. I think Broadside is just a better version of Iverzat, but I can just show you the two versions. So this is with the X10 Razor comp. I think it's a very easy gun to use. In my opinion, long range is probably the only issue. I mean, even then, it's still very easy to use. I just ran out of bullets. So let's finish that target off. Very easy to use. Now, if you had the flash hider on there, like say we threw on the Spiral 3.5 flash hider, I don't know why people don't like it anymore, but just show you anyway. I mean, it kind of still feels the same. It's personal preference. I mean, I didn't absolutely laser a long range target, so whichever one you want to use is completely up to you. But also show you guys the Iverzat stock with the Spiral flash hider. Very easy to use. Now, the only downside, I mean, you most likely have to burst fire. One thing I do want to point out is it has pretty decent sprint to fire and ADS. If you want to use either or, I think you'll do good with either. So in my opinion, because this actually gives you more aim down sight speed, I would rock with the Broadside, but it's your choice. Whichever one you want to use it. Next, we're moving on to the Vel 46, aka the SHOTC SMG. This thing is so good, very easy to use. I put on the Edge 47 grip for aiming out of stability and recoil stabilization that costs them some aim down sight speed. Now, this has gotten nerfed a little bit, but it still is amazing close range. I throw on the 30 round mag for movement speed, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and reload quickness at the cost of some magazine ammo capacity. If you don't want this, you can just go without a mag. I mean, it will just give you 40 bullets instead of all these pros. Down put on the SCHLAGER soldier grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of recoil control, and demo RXT stock for crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of recoil control. If you don't want this, you can most likely go with the Valet Collapse. I do warn you, you're going to have a whole lot of recoil in comparison to this. I think this is just a happy medium. And just show you guys how good this is, very easy to use. Get your snakes on and then boom. Mid-range, still do a good job. Long range is very hard, so stick to the short to medium range and you'll get the job done. It's just a very fantastic weapon, especially if you get a headshot in. If you get a headshot in, you're just melting people. Next, we're moving on to a weapon that not many people actually use, and that's the BAS-P. I don't know why people don't use this gun, but it is literally a meta SMG, especially with the nerfs that have happened with SMGs. I think the BAS-P is amazing, and I think that a lot of people will be using it in the future. So, XTEN Razor Comp for horizontal and vertical recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. Next, we're moving on to the FSS SHARKFIN 90 for aiming out of stability with no cons whatsoever, which is always a fantastic thing. The BRUEN Flash Grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of recoil control. And last but not least, the BRUEN Flash V4 stock for sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of aiming stability, recoil control. And here is the finished product. I'm going to show you guys another version, but this is a version that I really love just because it's very easy to use and I feel like anybody can just hop on and do good with this build. And it is good long range. It's not my favorite long range. You can most likely burst fire it because it's going to be bouncing all over the place. But as you guys see, it didn't take that many bullets to kill long range. What I really do like is how good it is short to medium range. But there is one more version I actually do want to show you, and that is the Thunderfire. So throw on the Thunderfire, and I mean, you could basically do anything you want with it. I wouldn't recommend putting 20 round, but if you wanted equivalent to the MP7, you could throw on the 20 round. Here's the crazy thing about this thing. This thing is actually extremely fast, extremely amazing. The only downside is 20 bullets may not be enough to actually get these gunfights done. Now, if you can get the kills quick, fantastic, but you will run into situations like that where you see it's not fast enough like the MP7 where, you know, if you reload fast enough, you'll be able to melt one mid gunfight. But I think that does get the job done if you hit all your bullets. And in my opinion, pretty decent. So if you want to try this out, feel free to try it out. The last thing I want to show you guys is the SPX-80. The SPX-80 is the sniper, and you know, everybody needs to try a sniper out if they're using playing Search and Destroy. Even if you're playing a different game mode and you just want to snipe, these are the 3 things you need. Literally, these 3 will make your gameplay so much easier. ZLR reinforced lock bolt for rechambering accuracy at the cost of rechambering speed. Trust me, you want this, especially if you're playing Search and Destroy. The speed will be nice, but the accuracy suffering is definitely not worth it. Extra wanting the SCHLAGER match grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of recoil control. I mean, it's a sniper, so who cares if you get a little bit of recoil control reduction. Last but not least, the max DMR precision for aiming stability, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of aim walking speed, sprint speed, and recoil control. This creates an amazing sniper. As somebody that doesn't snipe, it's amazing how easy it is to just hop on this and use it. It just gets the job done super easy. Like I said, I'm not a sniper, and I still get the job done very easily. This is something you definitely want to try out, and you'll do amazing whether you're playing Search and Destroy or Respawn. This will be the ideal sniper. So if this did help you out, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys want a pistol for secondary, here's a pistol. XRK Luck 9 for movement speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of bullet velocity and recoil control. I probably would not actually use that. I'd probably stick with the XRK Sidewinder 6, and then for this, you could probably leave that alone. I mean, I don't think there's really a better alternative. Corona Lima 6. Have a great day.